Here we are. John Final Fantasy is returning. FFS. Let me get the. My tongue is confused still. John Final Fantasy returns today. Clive is now brandless. He's canceled. He's not sponsored. But what it actually means is he no longer bears the bearer's mark, because it's been cauterized off, I assume. And he's now Cid. He's now Ramu incarnate. It's crazy. He's collecting the powers of the gods, or like the icons, like they're pets almost. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, we got the Ramu gaming. Did I change? I don't remember if I needed to change anything. I don't think I did. Like, they're the Infinity Stones? Oh, that's a good point. Except there's 8 of them. There's 8 of them this time. Or maybe more. I'm not totally sure how part of that works, because supposedly there's one more that we just haven't seen, kind of thing. But we'll see, I guess. I think we can just jump into it. I don't know if there's anything we needed to do. Maybe we got some side quests we can pick up. Oh wait, how could I forget this? Cock and ball. We had a side quest over there. We also just have to find the curse breakers. But yeah, let's go get our side quest, which is all the way down there. Hey, jump. No, we gotta take the elevator. We got our awesome blade too. I forgot what it was called. The Leaven Bolt. Yeah, we got our new house too. We explored that a little bit.
Welcome back, Sid.
Man, that's weird to hear. Bubbles Boatman. What do you got?
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right? Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses. The lake water doesn't agree with it, then? That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Okay, well, someone finds you some pitch?
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Prioritize that. I just realized my webcam covers up the names of the accepted quests. I don't think that's a major problem. Is it? Or wait. I was gonna say, was my webcam always on the right side? I guess it was. Oh. Hold on. Okay, so we gotta go to Coraltail Falls. Which is over here. Wait, no, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. And that's our only side quest, too. We got nothing else in the region thus far, so... We could jump over and do that, and then after that we could do Martha's... Oh yeah, we had to go talk with Martha. She's been missing. That's what it was. She went missing. Alright, let's go to 3 reads. We'll take care of that. Where Martha? Nobody knows. Oh wait, this is leading up to her place anyway. That's kind of funny. Fog.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Wasn't there a way to detonate these, or was it just each hit? I forget. Oh, it was just hitting B again. Gotcha. We got them all. Enemies have been slain. Is that a level for us too? Beware when using blind justice with your lightning thing out. Oh, oh, it does? That's kind of weird. Oh, because you attack it. That's why. Yeah, it counts as an enemy. We're level 25 now. We got our pitcher wax as well.
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Oh, hold on. Got a few things. Martha's Rest, a small settlement huddled atop a rocky tor overlooking the swampy lowlands of southeastern Rosaria. Sellswords are gathered in its barracks, hawkers in its streets, while those short on work can be heard singing over flagons of ale from morning until light. Or I'm sorry, until night in the village's eponymous tavern. While the former duchyman wants for cheer since being annexed by the Empire, the rest is a rare spot of sunshine among the gloom. Most travelers make a point of stopping over when they're passing through. And then we have the Curse Breakers, which is our faction name. Unit drawn from those of fighting age and martial training among the residents of the Hideaway, who conduct operations to liberate bearers from slavery. Beginning as a loose collection of like-minded individuals in Cid's Hideaway who chose to rid themselves of their bearer brands that they might serve the cause out in the field, the Order has greatly expanded both in ranks and operations since the movement to Benumir, all under Otto's watchful eye. And finally, Martha, landlady of the Golden Stables, the tavern at the heart of Martha's Rest. She is also a friend of Cid's cause, keeping the Hideaway supplied with both victuals and information on developments in the Western Storm. A second string of her business that she strives to keep secret from the Imperial authorities. Alright, let's return to the Hideaway. And then we'll go check out Martha. Why'd it put us up here? I guess we don't always come down here. Maybe that's why. Apologies too, chat. I'm kind of stuffy today, just because of I don't know.
Welcome back, Sid.
Just woke up feeling kinda like flamacious.
Did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Here you go. A sticky substance found in the pitcher of a carnivorous plant which thrives in the Rosarian lowlands.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo. So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Hmm. Cock and ball completed. What a fucking name, dude. Oh, we got a badge of might +1. Very nice. We get an upgrade on our current might badge. Now, I'm assuming this doesn't stack, but hypothetically, if it did, it's probably not worth. Oh, it does stack. Is that worth it though? I feel like yeah. No, I think just take the 5 and you keep the damage on your other spells or abilities. Abilities, I should say. I do want to just sort real quick because I want to. Yeah, these are just all damage. I wonder if cooldown reduction is better than damage in most cases. Not sure. Probably not. Okay. So that's it here. Let's go back to Martha's Rest.
What happened here?
Come on.
God.
We need to find the others.
Okay, just a lot of carts turned over. Any dead people?
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Founder, let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. I think I twisted something.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
Arthas.
Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
No time to waste.
That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have come from higher up.
That's a good point. We got stuff to buy. Martha will be fine, guys.
Didn't catch you right.
I don't think there's anything though. At least there's probably not going to be any equipment for a while. Stoneskin cuffs, a shield on my left arm, sword brother at my right, the courage of my mother to see me through the fight. Increase stone skin duration by 30 seconds. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then normal materials. I don't think we got any new songs, unless I'm mistaken. Oh. Oh, wait, no, we've had those already, the Lionheart tonics. Bi-Fi the Flame, okay. We'll do that, fine.
There you go.
I think that's worth it. We get main menu music. Not main menu, I'm sorry, just main theme music. Alright. You're all right, sir.
If those Orsons touch a hair on Martha's head, I'll kill them all myself.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. I don't know. Oh, we have a specific path we have to go to. Well, these guys are level 19. I'm not gonna fight them. I'm like level 25.
Up ahead.
Is that Martha?
Martha,
Oh, God.
are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
Why are we interviewing her?
Corbin.
What is going on? She just said that the people are in danger at the Abbey. Can you tell us about the Black Shields?
The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Okay, just a quick catch up. We got Glademont Abbey, a clutch of humble stone buildings perched above Sorrowwise Bay in the imperial province of Rosaria's southeastern lowlands. The abbey was built in order to propagate the Gregorian faith after the Duchy of Rosaria was made part of the Holy Empire of Sambrec, and as such is one of the rare examples of the imperial architecture in the region. And then we have Cole here, second in command of the Cursebreakers, who assists with the coordination of their troops' bear liberating activities under the supervision of his captain Doris. Formerly a slave soldier for the Fist of the Republic before being freed and taken in by those he now calls his brother and sister in arms. Okay, we're caught up.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
That's because I don't think it's just the Empire. I think we have a certain third party, maybe a repeating third party that we've seen before. Oh God.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Swearing in my Final Fantasy game. Let's gather them all up. Alright, cool. And just execute them all. Take you over here, sir. Alright, sit down. Enemies have been slain. We got some valley matter in the process as well. We've avenged the Abbey.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Okay. That's an easy quest complete. The dark clouds gather. Ooh, and we got a gouge CDR equipment.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
I have a doubtful feeling.
The abbot.
Yeah.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon.
So I see all of, like, the dust that's kind of around their bodies. Is that just an extra part of their curse? Where they're, like, properly turning to dust after a certain point? And crumbling away?
What little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive.
It's crumbling. That sucks.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
Damn. I think it's safe to say that this Empire is the worst faction in the game.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
That bag, I'm assuming, is the remains. Holy fuck, man. I'm assuming you can't go back in here, right? Yeah. That sucks. I wonder if there's gonna be a positive time in the game. It's just gonna be a happy mode. It seems like it's all death and sadness. Or I guess maybe I should just walk back. Just skip around these guys. Pick an item there. We gotta go around this way, it looks like. Oh god, is that an Ahriman? It is. I got the name right even. It wasn't a fucking rename brand, but it's also a C? What does that mean? Every now and then, Clive may encounter larger creatures, faster and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that can be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items.
You think it's spotted us, Torgal?
I don't remember. I'm assuming it's like... Oh, Doom.
Nice try.
It's gonna take a second to get into my combo.
Nice try.
Oh, you can dodge mid-air. I just learned that.
Fine hound. That's all ready.
What is that? Oh god.
Too slow.
Oh. don't want to leave. Get you down here. What? Oh, I didn't realize I had Doom on me. Rather not proc him when he's like about to.
Too slow.
No, stop coming. Like right in as I. Okay. What? I can't dodge there because there's a fucking lake in the way. Oh. Got him. I feel like I could have done that a lot better, but we did it. That gave 5,000 gil from the reward, 200 experience, and we also received 35 AP and some new thing over here. I don't know what this is. I feel like I've seen it before, but I can't remember. We have 30 of it. And yeah, magic ashes, as well as another meteorite.
You didn't see that coming.
Get it? Because he's an eyeball. Didn't see that coming. This game's funny. He's a comedian. Comedians wrote this game.
That must be the bridge.
Scatter remains.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
I imagine. We'll make the run back. I think, do we gotta go? Oh yeah, there's a bridge right here. We're fine. We were chilling. The town here, not chilling. They're very not chilling.
Thank you, Founder. Thank you for
Like the how I did Doom and FF16, it being an AoE. I like that it's a... I feel like they implemented it in a way that wasn't, like, unfair, where if you get hit by it, you're gonna die. You have a chance to avoid it.
And they call themselves our country.
I really wish there was, like...
I demand recompense.
I guess, well, no, I mean, he could be mad more at the Imperials than, like, his bear. I was about to say something. Yeah, the one-shot's the big thing. If they didn't keep the one-shot, it would have been tragic.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now,
For real.
I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Oh, Pog!
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
I'm sure something could be arranged. Yeah, am I forgetting what these things are? I guess y'all can't see it. It's like a green star icon. You're not? Okay. Oh, there's a new quest. This one has a plus icon on it. The White-Winged Wonder. This is different.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by!
What can I do for you, Rowan?
You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Okay.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Alright, we got the White-Winged Wonder. It'd be crazy if it was our chocobo from whenever the keep fell. What was it, Phoenix Gate?
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Drop all the way down here. Should be nearby. Oh.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
No. Feel like it's a pretty good reasoning.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Jesus. What you barking at?
They're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
I just gotta say, you look at these fellas here. They have maybe like iron axes. They're wearing their tablecloths around their heads to cover their faces and identities. Some of them have belts around their arms. Not the most like well-equipped looking fellas in my opinion. I walk up, looking like Van Helsing. Surely they're thinking just the numbers game here.
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was, Jill. Oh, you just barely missed my times 4. Harrier Hound. Got it. What am I doing? Oh, Jesus! play Garuda for this. Knock you down. Sit back down, brother.
Let's try.
It's really hard to get those dodges right there. Got him. I actually feel like I played the last half of that really well with that guy. I'm still iffy with the timing on my combos, but you know, actually, before I continue with that, you know what my theory is with my combos? Why it feels the way it does? I wonder if I have actual input delay in my controller, because this is a fucking Xbox One controller from like 3 years ago. That was a theory I started to have. Like, maybe the input is that delayed. Maybe it's also cope. Who knows? I was gonna read lore and then I looked at the bird. Okay. I was gonna read lore and then I looked at the bird. Oh man. Black Shield's an order of knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts of vicereign of the newly established imperial province of Rosaria. They were tasked with purging the impurities from the province, which is practice primarily involves slaying bearers upon the slightest pretexts. What the fuck? I'm sorry. After being made vicereign of the newly annexed Rosarian territory, the Empress Annabella quietly established a host of loyal imperial soldiers, the Black Shields, to maintain order. Though branded as keepers of the peace, their true purpose is to carry out what has come to be known as cullings, or brutal massacres of provincial bearers and those who show their sympathies. The killing is swift and indiscriminate, with the Shield's dispatch serving as judge, jury, and executioner, and the chaos left in their wake is usually enough to deliver entire settlements to ruin.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy?
You know her too, asshole.
That scar. It couldn't be.
That's a good bird.
Ambrosia.
Quay!
It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would.
Why would he have the implication to come check it out if these were dangerous bandits that almost killed him?
And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
We're doing the Final Fantasy XIV explanation cutscene. Even the descend in the silhouette is similar.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
What about those two?
Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Oh, okay.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight.
chocobo back?
Oh, stay right where you are.
Oh, is he gonna give us a saddle? Let's go, dude. She got a little eye patch.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it.
If I do, I don't.
Those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Well, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Oh yeah, this guy. Holy shit. We actually have a proper example of that mark being more powerful than the status. Because clearly I'm not an actual bearer. I'm bestowed with the gift based on what the Phoenix gave me, and then also whatever the fuck else is wrong with Clive. I almost called him Cole. I don't know why, because we have Cole right there on the screen. But that mark has been gone for 5 years now. We come back suddenly. He completely forgot us. And he also completely respected us now. Isn't that wild? This is the sort of thing you can change with the artist. Oh, really? For Ambrosia?
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Wait, how do we call... Surely we get a calling Ambrosia tutorial here. And surely the music for riding a chocobo is Pog Champion. Ambrosia's Tack. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo Ambrosia. Quay. Oh, it's displayed in Clive's chambers. Okay, cool. Chocobo unlocked. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Holy shit, these birds live a long time then. Hold right stick while in the field to summon Ambrosia and mount the chocobo. Or A to mount the chocobo, I should say. Well, we gotta test it now. Oh, right stick.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh, that's it for the music? There's our brakes. This game's amazing. Do we get this anywhere? Wait, there's drifting? Oh, there's actually... Oh, wow, it really doesn't like the frame rate right now. Okay. Sure. That's funny. That is actually so funny. I assume there's no other side quests here. Doesn't look like it. We just got something back at the hideaway. Yes, we return to the hideaway. I'm assuming we're gonna get a cutscene when we jump back in.
Where's Gav?
A new missive has been delivered to Clive's. Oh, we got a letter as well.
I hear there's trouble there.
There he is, Gav.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What,
wow.
no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel.
Do a little bit of a recap here. So we got Tarja, resident physiker of Clive's hideaway and trusty ally of the cause, branded as a bearer from birth and forced to serve as a battlefield healer. Tarja put her surgical practice training to use in removing her own brand, a procedure she has since perfected and offers to any other escaped slave. So am I crazy, or did her hair get longer from when she was at the hideaway? We're gonna have to check that later, because we can. It's been 5 years. Well, I mean, like, I don't remember it being a giant-ass ponytail behind her. I don't exactly see a barber. They got knives. I don't think they give crazy tech for barber shops here. But also, Gav's didn't change. Just kidding. Alright. And then we have Otto. Chief Steward of Clive's hideaway, Otto continues to serve the same role he did under Sid, being the primary person in charge of all the monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway. He's the Tataru and Gav. Sid's faithful scout, now one of Clive's closest and most trusted allies, he continues to put his legendary nose to work in service of the hideaway. The information he brings back from his expeditions proving invaluable for the Cursebreakers in their efforts to save bearers from servitude. Though he lost an eye during Hugo Kupka's attack on the old hideaway, his scouting sense remains undimmed.
Now sit
Looks like our
down,
chocobo now.
fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clear.
Exactly. Let's take a little bit of a input. So, Crystalline Impasse. Conflict fought between the Holy Empire of the Sambrek and the Republic of Dalmekia in the years 878. Largely concerning control of the Crystalline Dominion, the Dominion had previously been the subject of a non-aggressive pact between the Philistine nations, but in 873, the Empire claimed Twinside for its new capital, an act which eventually spurred the Dalmeks into military action. Yep. Non-aggression treaty, pact by which was codified the agreement between nations to refrain from invading the Crystalline Dominion, and laying claim to its mother crystal, Drake's Tail. It's both cemented the Dominion's position at the center of world politics and placed checks on the ability of key players to exploit that position. And we have the Crystalline Dominion, a once independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash. Its capital, Twinside, is built on the tiny Isle of Ark, from which its mother crystal, Drake's Tail, rises. After Drake's head was destroyed in 873, the Holy Empire of Sambrek declared Twinside its new capital in defiance of the long-standing non-aggression treaty. While Controversial, the move carried out by Prince Dion and his Knights Dragoon proceeded mostly unopposed, largely due to the dominant's lack of a dominant of its own with which to intimidate the interlopers. So, I wonder who their dominant would have been. I'm very curious of that. Maybe it wouldn't have had one, who knows. Holy Empire of Sunbreak. Nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm after suffering the ignominy, losing Drake's head to an audacious assault by the outlaw Cid in 873, the Empire set its sights on the mother crystal of its nearest neighbor, the Crystalline Dominion. Sunbreak's legions duly stormed the historical neutral territory and installed the imperial capital at Twinside. This brazen act of conquest sent shockwaves across Valycia and heightened the already considerable tension between the Empire and the Dhalmekian Republic. So I'm reading these and I'm kind of thinking back. I remember it differently. Didn't the Empire of Sanbreque already orchestrate its interest to leave? And they decided to go to Twinside? Because they already knew something was going on in their home because of the Blight, I figured. And because they couldn't really mine down below anymore because of the aether that was seeping in.
The promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sanbreque. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations...
Dhalmekian Republic just got popped up as well, so we'll check that. A nation formed from a federation of 5 smaller states. It is located in the southern half of the continent of Storm, and has its capital at Randala, also home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Fang, inside which stands Castle Dazbog, home of Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan. Kupka, obsessed with finding Cid and exacting his revenge for the murder of Benedicta Harmon, co-opted the soldiers of the realm and had them commit a series of atrocities in an attempt to flush him out of hiding.
Their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
What?
It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities.
That's new. I don't remember hearing anything about this Byron.
Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
But we gotta convince the uncle then.
Settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Is me or has Gav lost it? He seems a little too wacky right now. Moogle! Ooh, Otto's counter is now open. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alliant Reports, the Patron's Whisper, and the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto in the Mess. Completing side quests available through Alliant Reports or defeating notorious marks found on the Hunt Board will earn Clive renown. Okay, so now we get a little tutorial about this. Inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins who donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Okay. Cool. Hopefully we get to see real quick.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
First things first. It's like down the middle, looks like. What? Oh, you have to actually set it as the BGM. I just said listen. I figured it would play for like one loop. There we go. This is the getting ready music. That's also like the Aerate Stone. There was something here you mentioned? I'm assuming it's appearance? Yes, Ambrosia. Are we allowed to look through Ambrosia stuff? I'm assuming we're still not allowed to look through Torgal's. Oh. We can give her the Rosarian Gold. Hog, we'll do that. Well, we don't see Ambrosia that much, and like it's different. We're different than like Clive and Jill's stuff. Let's see, we got anything new we can do here?
So, what'd it be?
Doesn't look like it.
That it? Fine.
Okay, and then we did have another letter at the reading table. Let's look at that briefly. A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly little letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm glad to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things ever change, do they, Clive? They do not. That's cute. I like that they do these little things here. And then we have this up here. Oh, the Wall of Memories. Oh, we added the tack there. Okay, that's cute. Like a little saddle. That's very cute. Okay, I want to go to the new buildings too. We also have the fruit of her labors over here, which I guess we go through this way. Yeah, looks like we do that and we go all the way down.
Long now, Martel. They'll try your apples soon enough.
This is the botanist. I don't think it's the same guy.
See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Why not? I'm sure they'll be pleased.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
Oh, that's cute.
You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Oh no, he named the tree. Oh, jeez. Okay. And it'd be nice if there were, like, quick travel points between some of these areas. Not a huge deal, but would be kinda nice. Surely there's something with this room.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. And you say Sid built this place?
Am I going the right way? Oh, whoops. No, well, kinda. I'm exploring parts I haven't seen before. It's this big building in the middle. And we can't go down there yet for whatever reason. Alright, so we have a bunch of new stuff down here. We'll look at the side quest first, or after, but let's look at these new things. So we got the Patron's Whispers, the Hunt Board, and the State of the Realm. Let's start with you first, Desiree.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure. We'll talk about Desiree first.
This is busy.
As of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks, from transcribing and sorting Stola's reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jara back in the old hideaway. I won't claim to have been in his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley.
Still.
I like to think Jara would be proud of me, too, were he still with us today. And then about the past 5 years.
Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Jara, in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing, and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that of someone who remains with us even though they're gone. It's true. Listen to the Patron's Whisper. Okay.
Come to claim your just desserts.
What do we got? So, completing side quests or defeating notorious marks will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Renown is not used upon accepting donations and will never diminish. Really? Okay, so it's purely an unlock then. So, in this case, Talk of the Tea House, we take this, we're going to get 20 Valley Meter, Bloody Hide, ability points, and Steel Silk.
All yours.
And we just get that. We just get 400 ability points and then all the materials there. And then this one for 45, we get a meteorite. Okay, I like this. This is good. It's just free stuff because we're effectively just doing more in the game. I'm a pretty big fan of this mechanic.
All done?
Are we close to... We're close to another one, right?
Oh, I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, 85, and we get a Berserker ring. And probably good that we don't see whatever the next thing after that is. We don't get spoiled by it, potentially. Alright, and we got the hunt board here and the state of the realm. Let's look at the state of the realm first. See what she's got to say.
And how may I assist you today? How may I help you today? I have the details here.
Oh yeah, so let's look at, yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, got a really long ponytail in between. I don't think we have anything major that's changed. Other than just like Gav, who now is missing an eye. A few things here and there.
Study it well, Clive.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to look at this last time. So let's see. Here you can view a detailed overview of current and past events relevant to Clive's story that updates you or as you progress through the main scenario. Use left or right bumper to cycle through pivotal moments. Okay, so this is our original stuff. Back when it was still the Grand Duchy back in 860, where... Who are they moving on? I'm assuming the Northern Territories is why they went to Phoenix Gate. I can't remember the exact reasoning behind... Oh, they wanted to take Drake's breath. That's what it was. Which is right over there. Makes a little more sense. Okay, yeah, and then obviously the Holy Empire immediately on the Night of Flames attacked at Phoenix Gate and within a single night took on Rosaria and under their province. Then we went into... Okay, this was just the Iron Kingdom. And this is when we intervened as the bastards between the dominant of Dhalmekia and the dominant of the Iron Kingdom at the time, which was Sheba versus Titan. Okay. And Kaer Norvin, Garuda's Revenge. Yeah. We learned some stuff as time goes on. Is it... Actually, I'm assuming we go far enough. New Empire's Dominion. Drake's... Okay, it grays out Drake's head there. It's kind of wild. Okay. We'll back it up. I don't need to go through this whole thing. It's probably just like a quick... Here's how you can keep up with everything. Little tidbit. And finally, let's look at the hunt board. Hi, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. That's why I need your help, as I am not to remind you, Kupo. I am the mightiest of the Moogles on the fire, and the team's going to be measured and nectar bold. I couldn't get it all in. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's good to have someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll stay here then and keep an eye on all the billets that will be posted on the board. Okay. Ask about hunts. Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors of this board. You know, they take great pains to verify every little detail, Kupo. So don't you go letting all their hard work go to waste, Kupo. Don't you let me, I mean, them down. Oh. I'll just... Oh, wait. Ask about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited a great continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. Do they look like the sort of thing... You're like, okay. They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid. Okay. Precisely what you see before you, Kupo. Cursebreakers note down the details of any particularly dangerous monsters they hear about or encounter in the course of their duties, Kupo. I post the billets here, Kupo, so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm a service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two. Which is where you come in, Kupo. As for me, I have the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, Kupo, so that everyone can sleep at night knowing that the realm is a safer place. Thank you. Is there anything else here? Okay, now we got all the details, because it was a lot of, like, repeated stuff. Alright, let's view the hunt board. Cool. Hunt board reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. So in our case, we've got two more. The Angel of Death, a traitor coming by the way of the Caer Norvent, met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering. Though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward of their own journey through this pass, the sound of a cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. Okay, and then we have Belphegor. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ire, it is surely not a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition that any brave soul volunteers to march to the northern border, that we might cut that fiend down before it makes trenchers of nearby villages. Okay. Let me get some renown off of this. We can jump onto these real quick. We gotta go to Sembrek. And this one is in Rosaria. Oh, we don't, like, take... Okay, so this is just telling us to go to Clairview. This is telling us to go to the Broken Hilt. We don't, like, take it like a quest, though. And then we also get Fabian Cursebreaker over here.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Here's a Martel apple. Basket of Martel apples grown and picked by Cormac or sample by hideaway residents.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Very welcome, my friends. Oh, we got one more over here. Corin.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Another apple? That's a whole fucking basket, but alright.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for you, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
Will do, my friend, will do.
It's the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regard.
Let's talk with Cormac. We gotta go all the way back here. I'm actually able to... You know what has to be just like a really fun thought with this place, the hideaway here? Is like they might have
built this place.
Well, one can't really build what's been lying.
Yeah, like he's talking about it, the fact that we just built around this place. This is a structure that's existed for thousands of years. And the brilliance of the architecture that's built around it is absolutely stunning to think about. Like, this is to be a really fun project that they worked on, just making this hideaway alone. Amateur Twitcher. Ah, he's an affiliate. Just like me. Oh, doggy. Okay. Let's go back this way. I'm gonna check something real quick, chat. We are chilling. Cormac.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't gonna rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
That's nice. The fruits of her labors completed. A little more renown on top of that. We get Martell's apples. Oh, it's a little thing for our chambers, okay. A basket of slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earth. Thanks to the dedication and preservation of one woman, Martell, may she rest in peace. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days. And when we do, you'll have the first pick. That's nice. That's very nice. I won't turn that in the wall just yet. I think what we're going to do is move on from the location. I do want to see as well... we only have one place we can go. That's a little lame, because it talked about having a mark that we could attack. We'll just have to make sure we go to it. We'll just have to make sure we go to it on time. Before we jump to Hawk's Cry, I'll be right back, chat. Alright, we're going to... Oh god, my controller's rumbling on its own. Let's go to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Progress a little MSQ.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
What the heck? Why the dog spook?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Confusion.
Come on.
I mean, I guess it is related to Drake's Breath, so it's fair. Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Okay. Oh, there's a lot of frowny faces on this map. I guess we'll just head straight down. And we'll walk. I'll give everything like a little... walk around on foot before I commit to using Ambrosia. Pretty well executed there. Well, stuff is just a level under, so I might not mind fighting it a little more. If push comes to shove, at least. Killer bees are the same, so I'm not really worried about those in particular. And, like, we have a bluebird here, which is the same as what we fought earlier. We got a city all the way out there. And whatever the fuck that is. Wow, it just pushes us over.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Oh, God.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once
a new
again
area.
from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Hey, shop.
Welcome, stranger.
Gaia Blade again. More of those cobalt tassels. Or tassels, I should say. Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. That's actually kind of nice. Just to incentivize you to go limit break a little bit more. And then we have youth over here. Is there anything else in this village? Not that I immediately see.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
And we're doing just
I
that.
heard it were 1,000.
Okay, so we just have to speak with several villagers.
For outlaws.
We got one over here. Hello?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
That's a new term. Sleepy settlement nestled amongst the lofty peaks of southern Rosaria. Located far from the capital, its people survive by trading what produce they can coax from the stony soil, and what little else they can gather from the surrounding hills.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
Yeah. Speak to the locals. We got one more over here.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go tell
Why is he talking like that?
these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Damn. Hey, that's the harsh truth. They gotta do what they gotta do to survive, you know?
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Just a burnt down village this time. Wow, we got a whole plethora of stuff. I bet we're probably going to see a boss fight or two along the way. Oh my goodness. Do these all connect? Wow. We'll probably have to just fight along the way here.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Oh, fuck. Not these things.
Ever since the apology, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Stay down!
And Doggo over here just soloed this one. Okay. This area looks a little bigger over here. We got plants to fight. We'll check the other side too. There we go.
It's over.
We're getting the full combo. Ooh, don't want to fight those there. Not yet. Almost went into the next pack. Oh, look at this thing. Bullhorn's braid. We found an egg. What is that, though? It's drip? Or is it a... Yeah, it's a accessory. Increases lunge damage. I need to use lunge more. I'm not really doing that a lot.
More of my mother's men.
Yeah, if I'm not in Phoenix, I can utilize it a lot more. That was the fastest fight I've had the entire time. Holy shit. Okay. Level 26 on that. It's also a thing I gotta just remember I have access to as well. It's Charcoal Thursday. We'll give him a pet. That's good. It's a good doggo. I thought he went through the map. It's like, sheesh. Okay, and this is the other area, so that's a full circle. Go this way first, because I see enemies already down there. And then we'll break left. Dispatching this lot quite quick. A lot of materials in that chest, holy. Damn, these fallen enemies. It's basically... It's basically Europa right now. If all the ice melted. Does not work. I think I got whatever I needed there. Just a straight shot for report is sold. What did they sold?
Enough of you, are there?
There we go. Just stomp them out. No, not recently. I did get a nice chunk of it from a, Jesus. Not me realizing I can spam the B button. I've never tried that. I figured it would have like an internal cooldown. Yeah, and I have like 2k AP. I have not really looked at the abilities yet. Mostly because I don't know... Yeah, no, not out of combat. Usually if I'm hitting it, it's cause I'm in combat. I mean, I'm close to just getting my limit break. I might as well save for that. Because then I'll have 4 bars on it. Oh. I go this way. Right? No chesties. We have a brick. Oh, an ambush! Is that it? 1997. We need 3 more AP. Damn. Uh-oh. That looks bad.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
I'm sure it's fine. It doesn't look fine to me.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of resemble.
We're killing him first. Oh, there's a fucking... Okay, I didn't realize it was a healer. I thought it was just a regular mage. Alright, time to gather him up. You don't LB off enough? I mean, I don't really think about it with these guys. Usually if it's like a yellow bar guy, I will think about it. Like a stagger meter.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Well, shit. You just like LBing because it regens your HP? I guess that's fair. I don't know, I just don't think about it too much. It doesn't come up in my head.
Find something, boy. Death.
You know the strong smell when we can smell it.
Oh, found her.
Oh. That's terrible. What the fuck, dude? That is a Game of Thrones scene right there. That is... the Imperial Province incorporating the lands that were once Rosaria, ruled over by Annabella, former Duchess of Rosaria. One of her first acts as viceroy was to initiate an order of knights, the Black Shields, who were dispatched to every corner of the province to maintain order. They would later come to serve as her personal army, settling her grievances against bearers and ducal loyalists. This ain't your mother's Final Fantasy.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
There's a word for it, but I'm not gonna say it.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
Probably the more accurate word is, like, just evil.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Okay. Is there probably isn't anything to, like... I mean, we'll look around briefly. Like, I doubt... Oh, wait. Never mind, that was just the arrow from that. I doubt there's, like, chests or anything around here. Oh, there is. I'm glad I looked. A goblin coin, nice. Yeah, we'll look around briefly. Go in this house? No, but I don't think we want to, just based on that. Damn, that's just... insanity. I doubt there's anything this far back. Nice view? Kinda. Oh, is that? Yeah, that's a chest. Okay. They did put something here. Just some weird, but it's something. I should check if I can craft any of the base level things, just to have base levels, not so much anything else. I think that's good. I think we can continue. Raiding a town that can't defend themselves, shake my head. I mean, they're not going to use it. Someone's got to. The crow's there, damn.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
I probably should limit break up here, actually. Oh, wait. Speaking of. Boom. We now should have 4 bars of our limit break bar. I'll try to use it a little more often. Hello?
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I wouldn't go down there, friend. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Yeah, it's a catch-22.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
But I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
This is just sad. That's the Rosaria Keep, isn't it? Probably should have topped off on potions before coming here, but I think it's okay. Beach over here. Goodbye to that one. Crab. Oh shit, well. This is a crab raid now. See, that's a moment I can, like... utilize my, my lunge. Just seeing if there's anything along the beach. I don't know how I'm fucking it up there. Look at that. Blending into the shore. Some black blood. Chocobo? I'm just kind of like... I want to treat the Chocobo like... if I'm exploring an area for the first time, I'll do it on foot, because otherwise I'll be mounting up and, like, getting off it constantly. Whereas when I return to an area, I'll use the Chocobo.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived...
I did check the alternate scene. I actually have... I did put it on.
Better.
There you are. The Rosarian Gold, I think it was called. It was very pretty. Fit her perfectly. It looks like it... Oh no, I thought it clipped through the eye there. It does not. Like the eye patch. Yeah, I like it a little better than the other stuff. Silken strand. There's something on the shoreline again. Actually, if we call the Chocobo, will they just, like, fight with us? Strand, don't tell Suki. Arnar. There it is. No, but have you tried inputting an attack command on the Chocobo? I didn't know you could do that. How do you do that? Or do you mean like while I'm on the Chocobo?
Let's go.
Okay, the game really doesn't like me being on the Chocobo. It like drops frames kind of consistently.
Yeah.
Charge! Oh, she's got a Chocobo too! It's goofy ass. We're taking this crab back to town. Oh, never mind. They got bored. Goodbye, devil crab. We'll miss you.
Be safe.
Until we ride back in and kill you again. Surely, there's a chest on here. No, just a boat. Just a boat.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
We got this right here.
Let us pass!
Children are starving. Annabella Lesage. I wonder why we get it here. A port city situated on the southwestern coast of the imperial province of Rosaria. Only Rosalith rivals it for size, and in the glory days of Archduke Elwin's reign, its streets bustled with traders from across Philistia. Sadly, those days are long since gone, and Samberqua occupation has seen everything from marketplaces to military situations subverted to the will of the Empire. Then Annabella Lesage, former Duchess of Rosaria, now Empress of the Holy Empire of Sambrec. It was ever her purpose in life to preserve her phoenix-bearing bloodline, for which reason she betrayed her husband, that she might enter in league with a force she judged the mightier. Now she rules over Rosaria as vicereign of the imperial province, which she rules with a cruelty and contempt for the baseborn that was unknown in Archduke Elwin's day. I have a theory with something later. We'll see.
Have mercy.
I want to see how she develops before I really commit to a thought.
Dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough for
Okay, that's a really funny line. I know it's fucking awful, but that's a really funny line. Now, fuck off.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Damn, we couldn't even help him there. I guess it would have drawn too much attention if, like, the port itself were fucked with like that.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
The Lazarus Pit. Like from Batman.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Weren't they right there? Let's see. Can't do anything in there. You can just go around, probably. Give me one moment before we commit to this. Got a message. Okie dokie. Let's open the gates. The Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Doesn't seem like I can do much here. Oh. That was a weird cutscene transition.
Then.
Oi! Visitors!
It's a footpad. Oh, they're bandits. Okay.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Well, shoot.
Or not.
Actually, you know what? Let's just fuck them up. We actually got a ton of time in our Luma break, too. What was in there? Oh, God! I forget what this did. I need to read the tooltip again, because we haven't played in a while since getting the Ramu stuff. Cack. I love that ability so much. Just a really fun cleanup ability. Nice that we got a gill bug out of it.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
No fucking way!
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
This is a happy moment. I was looking for one of those.
We can speak inside.
So we just killed all of his friends, right? That's what happened? Okay, never mind. We just knocked him out. All the fire and brimstone we just spewed at them, that was fake. It was RP deaths.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
So wild seeing someone in that armor.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
I don't mean to cut in the middle of this, but we have some stuff to catch up on here. So Lazarus District, an exclusive walled residential area situated just outside of the eastern edge of Port Isolde. It was once the jewel in the city's crown and home to many of the nobles of the duchy. However, after the Empire moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Port Isolde was all but abandoned, and this once grand district has been overrun with thieves and cutthroats. And we have Sir Wade here, a loyal shield of Rosaria. Though he was thought to have died during the attack on Phoenix Gate, he somehow survived not only the disaster, but the Imperial conquest that followed. He and other like-minded shields took up residence in the abandoned Lazarus and formed the Guardians of the Flame, brothers in arms who fight for the restoration of the duchy. The Guardians of the Flame, clandestine group of ducal loyalists who lead the rebellion against the imperial occupation of Rosaria and Empress Annabella. Many of their number are drawn from those who survived the Imperial attack on Phoenix Gate in the year 860, who know full well the Empire's involvement in the duchy's fall. They make their home in the abandoned Lazarus district outside of Port Isolde, from where they conduct their raids to the free bearers from the Imperial yoke. And then we have the Black Shields here. Order of Knights instituted by Empress Annabella. I think most of this is the same. So they are tasked with purging the impurities from the province to which they end their conduct callings of bearers and those judged to be Ducal loyalists.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
The other guy, I'm assuming, is gone. I don't remember his name.
This endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Okay. We got a shop here as well we can take a look at, but we also have this.
We'll show them that the fire.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
So, yes.
You are welcome to
Skyblade.
what little we have managed to salvage.
Ooh. Ooh, first upgrade. The Demon Tamer's Arm Guards. It is difficult for a demon to find a willing vessel, so while the hells are cluttered with bodiless aberrations clawing to escape, rarely do they ever succeed. However, those that do exhibit inhuman strength and malice, and thus wreak havoc on the corporeal world. Thus, efforts are made to trap and tame the fallen souls that they find, or they might not torment the living. We'll buy this.
As you wish, my lord.
We'll equip it. That's a new item. And then the Crimson Tassels increases break by 3% when dealing damage. It's just a lot of money. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And then let me actually top off on potions.
Of course, my lord. As you wish,
And
my
we'll leave
lord.
that there, I think. And I'll go. We can also sell our old stuff. We got 3,000 gil off that.
I
too.
will be here should you need aught else.
Guardians. All right, Wade.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed.
Battle on a
While
bridge,
the Black
eh?
Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
That's good.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
You know what would have been a really funny hint in the middle of the first battle before we met Wade again? Is if one of the people was wearing that Rosarian shield guard and it would have confused Clive and Jill in that moment. It would have been an interesting touch.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace.
Because now we're just
Putting an
seeing him
end to
everywhere.
the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white completed. Oh, no, we accepted it. Party members throughout the main scenario quest will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind or at the hideaway. Okay, so I mean that makes sense. It'll just vary. So for right now, Wade is with us, and we got to go all the way up to the Buick Bridge, which we could just run. I think we're fine running. Maybe we get on Chocobo, make it a little faster.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
And you, good sir.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Is he riding one? Okay, yeah, he's got one, good. I'm kind of disappointed there's no, like, continuous music. It's just a little jingle when you first get on it. But maybe they really... I think what they did with this game, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a really nice change for what you know in a Final Fantasy game. I think they really wanted to stay true to the seriousness of this game being rated M. And it turned out well so far. Like, I have no complaints. You alright? Why are there a bunch of people here? Black shields?
Bastards are looking at you.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
In we go.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Ooh, there's some heat behind this one.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight them.
Can I actually look at this real quick? Oh, they have a wyvern too. I wanna understand this to make sure I'm not fucking it up. Create a ball of lightning that chains lightning to other nearby enemies. Okay, so if we attack it, they get shocked basically and stunned with that. So it is good to just drop that whenever.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
You can move it by casting the move again. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Oh, it's alive? Oh, it's the fight. No, it was locking on to my lightning. That is good to know, though, that you can move it just by casting the ability. No.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Wait, this is a Black Dragoon. I'm hearing shit outside. Make sure. Knock you down, good sir.
So wait.
Found her. There's no one left to keep them occupied.
Double jump.
We need to finish this.
Oh, they.
You mean finish him?
Let's go. Look at Wade about to execute him there, too. That fucking overhanging axe shift. Oh my god, he's good. Seems beautiful. We got an Imperial link there. Many have tendered explanations as to how Imperial Dragoons are able to leap such absurd heights. From the power of prayer to a strict diet of hare, toad, and crickets. I don't know about the toad part. I hear crickets are not bad. But none save the knights themselves know the truth. Whatever the secret, it is plain that heavy plate should heavy plate would only prove a hindrance, and so the Empire equips its dragoons with armor forged with lighter than linen mithril. This link is part of a vest that would have been worn beneath the breastplate. So this is probably part of like a belt point of upgrade or such. Good fights all around, my friends.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battle to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Here we go. It's another quest completed. We got, I think we can get another renown thing when we get back to.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Oh, like a little, yeah, like a seal thing they got.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Damn.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
Sir Tyler.
Go on now, my lord.
Or is sold. Rossfield Manor. Oh, shoot. Place looks poppin'.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Is a giant about to walk through? Close.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
Wait, are we actually just gonna fight? What the fuck?
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Hot damn. My god, he's an actor.
Infectious flax wench? Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Oh, he's crying.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
I like this guy. Don't trip on the axe, holy shit.
Good plates, Rutherford.
Use the good plates. Oh, the...
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you?
We catch up real quick. Lord Byron Rossfield, younger brother of the late Archduke Elwyn and a warden of the port, is sold after the duchy was incorporated into the empire, and Byron stripped of his titles. He shut himself away in his manor and gladly volunteered every gill of the onerous taxes and tariffs with which he was newly burdened, all to avoid drawing the empire's ire and to keep their attentions from his support for the Guardians of the Flame. The highest noble houses of old Rosaria, of which House Rossfield is the first and foremost. They have their roots in the ruling dynasties of the small independent nations and were united under the founding of the duchy. The houses had a prominent voice in ducal politics, but this was silenced when the region fell to the empire and Empress Annabella took Rosaria's reins. Very Dragon Quest moment, yeah.
Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A month.
So it's just something I thought of. I have a light theory as to why I believe she's actually doing this. It all, you know what? No, I won't. It's got to do with, because they said she has a son now, right? Like that she has like a child. I don't know if it's a son or a daughter, but she has a new heir of sorts. She's an evil wench, and she should go to. I mean, yes, there is that, but there has to be a reason it got to this point, and I'm wondering if it has to do with either where she came from, or something in relation to what she believes herself to be, which is something to allow the blessing of the Phoenix to pass on through her generations. I'm wondering if it has to do with that.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Damn.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
Rutherford's up gonna be up all night, I think. I love this guy. Byron Rosfield is a good one, and when he dies, I'm gonna be really sad. Because I'm expecting everyone in this game to die. Because I thought I heard something. I don't remember if it was this game or another game, but someone retorted with a response that everyone dies, and that's just what happens.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Not legitimate spoils, by the way.
Something on your mind?
We have Jill Warwick. Dominant of Shiva and trusted confidant of Clive, leader of the new hideaway. Together they continue Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of other crystals.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
She didn't promise ASAP or else. She didn't say yes, she won't die. That could mean anything though, death can come at any time. Here be monsters, me when I'm a pirate.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Forgot we changed them. Forgot we changed the song. It's a very serious boat trip now. Alright, we have a number of things that unlocked. So we got the Blacksmith's Blues, we've got this over here, the Culinary Pilgrimage. We'll do this first.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
It's a boss quest, yeah.
Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Sure. How could I refuse?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine. I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient.
Oh god, we gotta solve a mystery.
No doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Okay, so we gotta go to Martha's Rest. Alright. There's something there. We got stuff in our quarters, too. Maybe... Let's head over here first. Into the mess, and then we'll go back to our quarters, because we're gonna have to come back here anyway. Plus, that's where main quest stuff is, with the Here Be Monsters. We'll talk with her in a moment. Desiree.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Should have something new. Yep, Pillow Talk. I didn't read these before, so our merry band of outlaws' dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We've gathered together several items worth that you might continue your gallantry. That was from a Heartstrike Dower. Our order is built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again from the Blood Axes, and then we have the busy courtesan. Such is the renown of Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about their endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. Particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand. May it serve you better than it did. That is from a busy courtesan. We get the Berserker Ring.
Here you are.
Very clean. And we don't know the next thing at 100, but we'll see.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
This is a big upgrade? Let's take a look. Would it be over the Badge of Might? Let's see. Berserkers of Southern Ash, known for their fearlessness of the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers, but pierced all over their bodies from the head to toe. Gross. Scholars now believe the unnatural courage they display was a result of the extended exposure to the concentrated aether imbued in the jewelry that poisoned the blood of its non-bearer wearers and induced madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. Makes sense. So it's like Berserk, built on a ring. Temporarily increase damage or attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Over something else, so we keep the might. Maybe the ignition damage? I like ignition a lot, but at the same time, I don't know if it's the play. I'm not always using the Rook's Gambit. It's just kind of whenever I'm fighting any yellow bar and I'm close to staggering them. So I feel like I can probably get away with taking this off. That way I'm still doing damage whenever I'm casting ignition. That's my thought anyway.
There are new billets.
And then we have August.
Every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself.
Hmm.
And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Yet normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Okay. I think.
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
Real.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Okay, so he's gonna go now, and then we just go there right now.
How did we never hear about these?
Okay, before we head down there, let's talk
Guardians of
with
the Flame?
Ninetales. Ms. Vivian.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent. making Drustinus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drek's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here.
Okay.
Let's see if Jill's ready.
I mean, there's some things to do. They're just highlighted as all. We'll talk with Jill in a moment. Let's go to the Arid Stone.